you want to give some overall reaction?
Just obviously always disappointed after a loss, but at the end of the day, I've got to look at this thing holistically and give them the guidance and the education that they need. We just had a lot of shots that we missed right at the buzzer. Not at the buzzer, but right at the basket. And that's something that comes with experience. It comes with focus. I thought we had a lot of pop in our legs. A couple of the guys looked really good, but we just defensively we struggled with the interior post play, and then once we sped them up, we started to do some good things. So there was some good stuff that came out of the second half, especially. We played with a little more confidence and got some good looks at the basket, but just wasn't our night. Wasn't meant to be tonight or today, and live to fight another day. Everybody's healthy that comes out of it. So a lot of lessons there for the young guys, and we'll see where it goes.
What were you trying to do with Jordan Barnes last 90 seconds? He hits
Deny
a big
him.
three.
Well, we tried to deny him in the full court, and we miscommunicated defensively, and but he's good. I mean, it's hard to just not let a guy touch the ball. But it was working for a little bit when we made our run, and we got a bunch of stops. Noah was on him and did a really good job. He got a little tired, and so we switched off to him. But I don't think the directive of no catch was really in that next defender's mindset. So, the kid made a step back three, to seal the game. And it's kind of like the one that went against BYU when Noah hit one, and it was literally ours was a buzzer beater, but that sealed our fate. So big time players make big time plays, and that's what he did tonight.
So you mentioned the interior defense. The kid Rickman really hadn't done a whole lot for them. That was a career high, 13. They had 44 points in the paint. Why do you think he had such a tough time inside?
Well, he was just more physical than our guys, and they ran a lot of stuff for him. Ironically, they ran a lot of cross screens and some actions to get him post touches early. Where they went to him would surprise me a little bit, but and our guys were just too loose with their hands, and we got him, and we were fouling him, and he was getting and-one situations, and we also just didn't do our work early. We always say you want to do your work early in the post, and we didn't do a very good job of it. We kind of ended up settling behind him. But any good player that gets a deep touch in a score area like that, and he's not a bad player. He's just not a high volume guy, but he's effective.
What do you think of the flow of the offense? Are you kind of in the same pattern where when the D is working and then the offense works? And if
it's like any team. Part of a good offense is some of those points come from your defense. Like in the second half, I think where did we end up scoring? 80, 79, something like that. So offense wasn't as much as the problem as I think the offense in the first half. The offense in the first half was not very good. We got stagnant there more than once, and that ended up being a problem for him, being an issue for us. But we shorted up at halftime. We talked over some very specific things, and then they came out and executed pretty well in the second half and got us going offensively. However, there were still too many potential and ones. I can't tell you how many layups we missed and how many putbacks we missed that just we had been making. So today wasn't our day.
Last thing, Tomboy, another double-double, and he was a monster on the boards, finished most often.
Yeah, he's playing good basketball, So we need somebody to step up without Shakur in, and he's been a guy that we've gone to, threw up a couple plays for him, got him in some ISO situations he took advantage of with the size. So, it's good to have some extra contribution. Amari, I thought, played really well offensively and played a good game just in general, and a couple other guys who couldn't really get out tonight. So, like I said, it just was disappointing, but my job is to make sure they understand why we didn't win. And we got to take those specific lessons and get those into the guys' minds. And so today we'll watch, for the rest of the day, we'll go and watch the TCU Bucknell game, and then we'll have a loser of that game. So we'll start to rear back up and focus up for the next one.
How do you manage letdown and playing on Christmas?
Playing on Christmas won't be a problem. I think the guys are excited to play on Christmas. I think that won't be as much of an issue as the other team's going to be in a letdown mode too. I mean, so they just lost their last game too. So who's going to be mature enough to dig down and have enthusiasm and passion to play on Christmas Day? And hopefully that'll be our guys.
Cool.